भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, chapter 24, text 26. This chapter is entitled as Chanting the Song Sung by Lord Shiva. Chanting the song sung by Lord Shiva. The Sanskrit name for the chapter is Rudra Gita. Rudra, who is Rudra? Rudra is Lord Shiva. The song that Lord Shiva sang. Actually, this is, now it'll come to that. This is just the prelude to that prayers of Lord Shiva. But in that prayer we'll see how Lord Shiva is glorifying Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prapannarti Haro Bhagavan Dharma Vatsalaha Dharmagyan Shila Sampannan Pritaha Pritan Ubacha Ha Satan Prapannarti Haro Bhagavan Dharma Vatsalaha Dharma Jnana Shila Sampanyan Prita Pritanuvachaha Satan Prapannarti Haro Bhagavan Dharma Vatsalaha Dharma Jnana Shila Sampanyan Prita Pritanuvachaha. Mataji's. Sa, Lord Shiva, Tan, them, Prapanna Arti Haraha, one who drives away all kinds of dangers. Bhagavan, the Lord, Dharma Vatsalaha, very much fond of religious principles. Dharma Gyan, persons who are aware of religious principles. Shila Sampannyan, very well behaved. Pritaha, being pleased. Pritan, of very gentle behavior. Ubacha, talked with them. Ha, in the past. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Lord Shiva became very pleased with the Prachetas because generally Lord Shiva is the protector of pious persons and persons of gentle behavior. Being very much pleased with the princes, he began to speak as follows. Please repeat after me. Lord Shiva became very pleased with the Prachetas because generally Lord Shiva is the protector of pious persons and persons of gentle behavior. Being very much pleased with the princes, he began to speak as follows. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu or Krishna, is known as Bhaktavatsala. And herein we find Lord Shiva described as Dharmavatsala. Of course, the word Dharmavatsala refers to a person who lives according to the religious principles. That is understood. Nonetheless, these two words have additional significance. Sometimes Lord Shiva has to deal with persons who are in a mode of passion and ignorance. Such persons are not always very much religious and pious in their activities. But since they worship Lord Shiva for some material profit, they sometimes obey the religious principles. As soon as Lord Shiva sees that these devotees are following religious principles, here he blesses them. The Prachetas, sons of Prachina Barhi, were naturally very pious and gentle, and consequently Lord Shiva was immediately pleased with them. Lord Shiva could understand that the princes were sons of Vaishnavas, and as such, Lord Shiva offered prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead as follows. Satan Prapannarti Haro Bhagavan Dharma Vatsalaha Dharma Jnana Shila Sampannan Prita Anupachaha. Lord Shiva became very pleased with the Prachetas Because generally Lord Shiva is a protector of pious persons and persons of gentle behavior. Being very much pleased with the princes, he began to speak as follows. So, this is the beginning of Rudra Gita. The next verse will describe Lord Shiva's Gita, singing the glories of the Lord. So in this verse, it has been pointed out why Lord Shiva became so merciful to the Prachetas. To get the darshan of a personality like Lord Shiva is not easy. People perform austerities for many, many years. They undergo various types of austerities and penances just to get the darshan of Lord Shiva. But here we see that Lord Shiva himself came to the Prachetas. Prachetas came to the lake, and that lake was very attractive. It was very beautiful, very pleasant. And from that lake, Lord Shiva personally manifested himself. He appeared, surrounded by his associates. So this is indicating that how merciful Lord Shiva became to the Prachetas. On his own, he came out to give them darshan. Why? Because Lord Shiva is dharma vatsalaha. Those who act according to the teachings of the scriptures. Dharma is the laws given by Krishna. Dharmang tu shakshat bhagavat pranitam. So when Lord Shiva sees that somebody is following the path of dharma, he becomes very pleased with them and he protects them. Vatsalaha. Just like a mother takes care of her child, just as a father takes care of his children, Lord Shiva takes care of those who are performing religious activities. That is the meaning of the word Vatsal. Vatsa, the word Vatsala is coming from the root word Vatsa. Vatsa means child or offspring. Like Go Vatsa. The calf is called Go Vatsa. So the calf is the child of the cow. Therefore it is Go Vatsa. In Hindi I think you call Bachra. So just as the mother takes care of a child, Lord Shiva takes care of his devotees. This is how merciful Lord Shiva is. So when Lord Shiva saw that the Prachetas are sincere souls, they are trying to make spiritual advancement, then he decided to come on his own and bless them. How to bless them? By informing them about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in this way we can see that when somebody becomes qualified to receive the mercy of the Lord, he receives the mercy of the devotee of the Lord. Generally, it is Narad Muni who comes and guides. Like in Bhagavatam, how many instances are there when we find that Narad Muni came and gave Krishna consciousness to some individuals. Like we can start from Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj, he was searching for Narayan in the forest. His mother simply told him, when Dhruva asked, where is Narayan? Then his mother said that Narayan, when somebody wants to find Narayan, he goes to the forest. So Dhruva took the word of his mother and he went to the forest to search for Narayan. And he didn't know who Narayan was, he didn't know how to approach Narayan. So he started to asking everybody. Now in forest, who do you find? Which bodies do you find? Tiger body, lion body, boar body, buffalo body, these wild animals. And Dhruva was actually asking. He would approach a lion and ask, are you Narayan? And this way we can see how the Lord protects his devotees. Although this little boy, 6-year-old, in the forest, infested with all kinds of wild animals, they didn't do anything to him. The lion couldn't reply, no, I am not Narayan, but at least he didn't do anything to Dhruva. Lions, tigers, wolves, bears, elephants, snakes. So Dhruva was meeting them. So finally Narad Muni came. And Narad Muni instructed Dhruva how to chant the mantra. He gave the mantra. So this is how Narad Muni initiated Dhruva, giving the mantra. In this way we find that how many people receive the mercy of Narad Muni. Another very interesting topic in Bhagavatam is the story of Mrigari, the hunter. The Mrigari, the hunter, received the mercy of Narad Muni. He was a cruel hunter, but by the mercy of Narad Muni, he became a devotee. Only thing is that one had to have some sincerity. Dhruva Maharaj was searching like that. So Narad Muni came to bless him. Balmiki Muni was a bandit, dacoit. Dashu, Ratnakar. Narad Muni gave him his mercy also, to him. And this ferocious bandit, whose occupation was to kill people and loot their money, he became a great devotee of the Lord. So this is how devotee creates the good fortune for sincere souls. As long as they are not offensive, the Vaishnavas go out of their way to bless them, to help them, to benedict them. Now we also find that Prahlad Maharaj, he received the mercy of Narad Muni when he was in the womb of his mother. So here we are seeing the Prachetas are receiving the mercy of Lord Shiva. And by singing this Rudra Gita, Lord Shiva is instructing them who the Supreme Personality of Godhead is and how to approach Him, how to serve Him, how to please Him. So in this way, he created the good fortune for the Prachetas. And Dharma Vatsala, one who follows the path of Dharma, is known as Dharma. Here it has been described as Dharma Gyan. dharmagya, dharmashila. And Lord Shiva is vatsal towards them, affectionate towards them. Therefore, Lord Shiva has been described as Dharma Vatsalaha. So we can see that when we start to follow when we start to practice the four regulative principles, by being situated on the path of Dharma, then we can rest assured that Lord Shiva will give us protection. Lord Shiva will bless us, just as He blessed the Prachetas here. Lord Shiva is a devotee. And because of his devotion, sometimes because of his intense devotion to Krishna, sometimes it seems that Lord Shiva is unpredictable. Unpredictable in the sense that his activities are very strange. Like he lives in a crematorium. He doesn't wear any cloth. He smears his body with ashes. He has a snake around his neck. Not one, many. So that's why Daksha was so upset with Lord Shiva. He thought that Lord Shiva was uncivilized, uncultured. He was very proud of his position. He is Daksha, Prajapati, such an exalted personality. Decorated nicely with fancy silk dress, carrying a danda. Like he is a king, so he carries a danda. He has a crown, he is decorated with jewels, sitting on a throne. And Lord Shiva was there, just naked. And he was actually Lord Shiva's father-in-law. A very exalted personality. But when he came, everybody stood up. But Lord Shiva did not. So he became upset. And he started to blaspheme him, saying all kinds of unpleasant things to him. And as a result of that, Sati gave up her body, gave up her life. She felt that this body I got from my father. And I don't want to have anything to do with my father. So this body that I got from my father, I should give it up. I don't want to have any kind of relationship with someone who blasphemes the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So sometimes we see in this way that some very exalted people also fail to recognize Lord Shiva's position. But Lord Shiva's position is extremely elevated. In one hand, Lord Shiva is an incarnation of the Lord. He is one of the Gunavatars. He is the Gunavatar of the Lord. When the Lord deals with the material nature, the mode of ignorance is controlled by Lord Shiva. So he is an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But at the same time, Lord Shiva is not Vishnu Tattva. And also Lord Shiva is not Jiva Tattva. Lord Shiva is something in between. He has his own Tattva, Shiva Tattva. And his business is to take care of the mode of ignorance and deal with the material nature. Krishna cannot deal directly with the material nature, therefore he transforms himself into Lord Shiva. Kshirang jathadadhi vikara vishesha jogat. Just as milk turns into yogurt, Vishnu became Shiva. Is there any difference between milk and yogurt? In one hand, no. And at the same time, yes. There is a difference. What's the difference? Lord Shiva is Vishnu himself, but Vishnu cannot directly deal with the material nature. Material nature being his external energy, he doesn't deal with the material nature. So in order to deal with the material nature, he becomes Lord Shiva. Now we can see who is material nature. Material nature is Durga. Now who is the husband of Durga? Lord Shiva. So the husband of this material nature is Lord Shiva. So to deal with the material nature, Krishna transformed himself into Lord Shiva. And that is the meaning of samupaiti karjad. To accomplish certain karja, certain mission. Krishna transforms himself into Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva that way is neither Vishnu Tattva nor a Jiva Tattva. Lord Shiva is not a Jiva. He is so exalted that even the demigods consider him to be their demigod, their head. So, so this is how Lord Shiva Tattva is different from Vishnu Tattva. The material nature, and it has also been described that it is through Lord Shiva that the living entities come to this material nature. Lord Shiva again has been described as the glance of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu glances towards the material nature. That glance is Lord Shiva. Like Jyotirlinga, Lord Shiva is known as Jyotirlinga. Lord Shiva's identity, Jyoti, the glance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And through the glance, the living entities are coming to the material nature. So this is how, through Lord Shiva, the living entities are coming to the material nature. And that's so in that way we can see that if the material nature is the mother, mother nature, material nature is the mother, so Lord Shiva then is the father. Tashang Brahma Mahajonir Ahang Bija Pradapita. The seed-giving father. It's Krishna, but it is through Shiva that he is impregnating material nature. The jivas are being sent through Lord Shiva. So in his nature, Lord Shiva is very compassionate, very merciful, very caring. Vatsala, Dharma Vatsala. Whoever performs, whoever is in the path of Dharma, Lord Shiva becomes very favorable to them. Dharma Vatsala. Sometimes he gives benediction to some demons who cause a lot of disturbance, that is unfortunate. But what to do? Demons take advantage of Lord Shiva's simplicity. Lord Shiva is being very quickly pleased. But by taking advantage, do they benefit? No. They get annihilated by the Lord. All the demons who became powerful by the mercy of Lord Shiva eventually got killed by the Lord. Mostly. So then what's the benefit of getting some material advantage, material benefit by pleasing Lord Shiva, but then eventually being killed? On the other hand, won't it be better to take advantage of Lord Shiva's mercy and become a devotee? Lord Shiva is very quickly pleased, and he may ask, so what do you want? And what should be our answer? Please give us Krishna Prem. It's very important to note the position of Lord Shiva, because we are here in Lord Shiva's abode. Ujjain is one of the 12 Jyotirlingas. Where Lord, meaning Jyotirlinga, Linga is the symbolic identity of Lord Shiva. Because the living entities are coming through Lord Shiva, therefore he is identified as the Lingam. But these are Jyotirlingam. So Mahakal is one of the 12 Jyotirlingas. And here we are very close to Lord Shiva. So what should we ask Lord Shiva? We are so close to him, we can ask something. And our prayer is very simple. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundaring, kavitang ba jagadisha kamaye, mama janmani janmanishware, bhavatad bhaktir ahaitu kitvayi. That we can receive Krishna bhakti, that's all we want. Now there is a possibility of material prosperity, but what is more beneficial, material prosperity or devotion to Krishna? Which one is more beneficial? Material prosperity will be short-lived. We'll have the benefit only for a short while, then it will go away. Either it will go away or will go away. But devotional service gives us a situation with the Lord eternally in our spiritual identity, in our eternal form. We find our spiritual identity. Therefore, an intelligent person won't ask for any material benefit, but for Krishna Bhakti. So, that is the devotee's desire, because the devotees are very intelligent. Jai Jon Krishna Bhaje Shivaru Chatur. Chatur means very smart, very intelligent. So those who worship Krishna, they're very intelligent. They know everything from its right perspective, and therefore their actions are perfect. So, in this respect, there is a consideration. that the question came up that Krishna is full of opulence, but his devotees are poor. And Lord Shiva doesn't have anything, but his devotees are rich. Isn't it surprising? Krishna is rich, but his devotees are poor. Lord Shiva is poor, but his devotees are rich. And the answer to that is, because it's not that Krishna's devotees are poor, but Krishna's devotees don't want anything material. Therefore, they appear to be poor. Can a rich man's son be poor? Can the richest person's children be poor? No. But the children may be detached. They say, well, I've seen enough money, what's the point in? Let me just serve my father. So that is the attitude of a devotee. Whereas Lord Shiva's followers, they want material things. And they ask for that material benefit from Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva gives them. With an understanding, you fool, you don't. Why are you asking this? Just become a devotee of Krishna. Therefore I am very confident that Lord Shiva is very pleased that we got this Radha Madan Mohan temple in Ujjain, in his place. He's very pleased that we brought his Lord, Krishna, Madan Mohan and Jagannath. And we are also very happy to be here at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. So tomorrow we'll start the Rudra Gita, prayers of Lord Shiva to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Does anybody have any question? Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you very much. No question. Okay, if there is no question, then prasad. Go and take prasad. Oh, right, 8:30 is deity greetings. Okay, right, I forgot. Okay, go ahead.
As you know that in Bhagavatam says, Akama sarva kama moksha kama udarika. And as you also mentioned that...
Speak softly, distinctly. There is no need to run a jet fighter. Supersonic. Softly and distinct your words clearly. Utter your words clearly.
As you mentioned that those are devoted of blood.
That's better, but could be even better.
Those are devoted of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva is very quickly placed, and whatever they want, he just immediately supplies. So
Again, I couldn't understand. Repeat.
those are devoted of Lord Shiva.
That I got.
Whatever they want, immediately Lord Shiva supplies.
Okay.
And also in Bhagavad Gita, it says that there are 4 types of devotees: Artha, Artha, and Jigyasha. They come to Krishna. So apparently it seems that like those are newcomer, they may come to the Lord Shiva, not to Lord Krishna.
Yeah. But did Bhagavad Gita say that to approach Lord Shiva for kama or asking Krishna? Like you can approach Lord Shiva as a Vaishnava, but then don't ask material things from Lord Shiva. If you have anything, Prabhupada is saying, that if you want anything material, even then, don't approach the demigods. Approach Krishna. Because by approaching Krishna, for even it is material, but you will develop your attachment to Krishna. Now, if you approach Lord Shiva for material gain, then what will happen? Will there be any possibility of getting Krishna? Now, Artharthi, is it in relation to Shiva or Krishna? So, what is the problem in following Krishna's instruction? Why do you have to concoct something?
Those are outside people.
Those who are?
Outside people, they might think like this.
No, I am saying that if one is Artha and Artharthi, but is Krishna saying approach the demigods? Or Krishna is saying, even you come to me. Krishna is telling that you may be an Artha in distress. You may be in need of money. But you can, if you become my devotee, then you will make advancement. If you become my devotee. But if you become Shiva's devotee for that, then no hope. Rather, as a devotee of Krishna, you can approach Lord Shiva. But not for financial benefit, approach Lord Shiva. Okay? So the main point is to become a devotee of Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Lord Shiva is Param Vaishnava. In this class, you explained that Lord Shiva has Shiva Tattva. Shiva Tattva. Why they have Vishnu Tattva?
Why?
Lord Shiva is like a Param Vaishnava. Vaishnavadipati, Param Vaishnava. But they have Shiva Tattva.
All Vaishnavas are not Shiva Tattva. Shiva is Shiva Tattva. Vaishnavas are not Shiva Tattva. You get my point? समझा? शिव तत्व 3 विचार है, 2 विचार है. एक है विष्णु तत्व भगवान और एक है जीव तत्व आत्मा. ठीक है? भगवान है और आत्मा है. हम सब क्या है? जीवात्मा है. लेकिन लॉर्ड शिवा न तो भगवान न जीवा. ये एक अपना तत्व है, मतलब अपना सिचुएशन है, और शिव तत्व है. हाँ, ठीक है. लेकिन शिव भगवान का इनकारनेशन होते हुए भी लॉर्ड शिवा, शिव जी विष्णु भक्त है, वैष्णव है, भगवान को भक्त है. ओके ओके. You have a question? Yeah. हाँ? नहीं, शिवजी तामसिक नहीं है. जो तमोगुण में है वो शिवजी का फॉलोअर बनते हैं. हाँ, है ना? हाँ? जैसे वो जो कुछ चाहता है, हाँ, वो शिव जी को ऑफर करता है. हाँ? लेकिन ठीक है, हाँ, शिव जी का प्रसाद के रूप में ले रहा है. धीरे धीरे उसका कुछ प्रगति होगा. हाँ, ये विचार है. हाँ, शिव जी के प्रसाद के रूप में गंजा पीता है तो शिव जी के प्रसाद के रूप में पीता है। यहाँ तो एक मंदिर है शिव जी का, वो वहाँ शराब देते हैं शिव जी को। हाँ, तो शिव जी मतलब ये है कि शराब भी दे दो, शिव जी हजम कर लेंगे। हाँ, जो सारे हाँ, जो कालकूट निकला था, विष जहर समुद्र मंथन के समय, वो सारे शिव जी हाँ, ये कर लिए थे, लेकिन खाया नहीं, यहाँ तक लग रखा। इसलिए शिव जी हैं नीलकंठ। हाँ, और उसमें से वो पॉइजन जो था कालकूट, हाँ, हलाहल, नॉट कालकूट, हलाहल, ये हलाहल जो थोड़ा जो एक दो बूंद जो गिरा था, वो सांप वगैरह उसको थोड़ा चाखा था, इसलिए वो पॉइजनस बन गए हैं। हाँ, लेकिन शिवजी नहीं गंजा पीते हैं। वो लोग जो तमोगुण में हैं वो सोचते हैं शिवजी गंजा पीते हैं, वो उनका विचार है। शिवजी क्या करते हैं, इसलिए भागवत में वर्णन हुआ है, शिवजी को अनुकरण मत करना। शिवजी जब जहर पिया था, वैसे तुम अगर जहर पियोगे तो क्या होगा, शिवजी पी सकते हैं लेकिन तुम नहीं पी सकते हो। हाँ। वैसे ही भगवान श्री कृष्ण का जो आचरण है उसको भी अनुकरण नहीं करना चाहिए। कृष्ण है गिरिवरधारी, हाँ, पहाड़ उठा लिया गिरि गोवर्धन। कोई अगर ये इसका अनुकरण करना जाएगा तो क्या होगा, हाँ, खत्म हो जाएगा, है ना। तो वैसे महान व्यक्तियों के आचरण को अनुकरण नहीं करना चाहिए। शिवजी तमोगुण का अध्यक्ष है, शिवजी तमोगुण में नहीं है। हाँ, ठीक है। हाँ। अच्छा, एक प्रश्न यह है,
although the Lord Shiva follows the path of dharma strictly, but why the demons become powerful by the mercy of Lord Shiva?
No.
This was harms to
Lord Shiva is Ashutosh, he is quickly pleased. Vaishnav are very quickly pleased. Because Lord Shiva is very devoted to Krishna, he is a Vaishnav. He likes to Bancha kalpataru bhascha, right? वैष्णव का गुण क्या है, कल्पतरु, कृपा सिंधु। कल्प वृक्ष के पास जाकर तुम कुछ चाहते हो तो कल्प वृक्ष क्या बोलेगा, ठीक है तथास्तु। तो शिवजी भी वैसे वर दे देते हैं, लेकिन जो उल्टा सीधा वर मांगता है उसको खत्म हो जाता है खुद। इससे शिवजी का कुछ नुकसान नहीं होता है, बल्कि जो वैसे गलत वर मांगते हैं उसको सत्यानाश हो जाता है। Give him the mic.
The Shat Goswami Ashtakam, if a person chants the Shat Goswami Ashtakam,
If a person
chants the Shat Goswami Ashtakam,
Shat Goswami Ashtakam,
then his preaching is perfected. They say that his preaching becomes perfect.
okay.
So we are going to study Rudra Gita now. So are there some special benefits of chanting the Rudra Gita?
Benefit is always there, but the best benefit comes from chanting Hare Krishna. You can chant Rudra Gita, but finish your 16 rounds first. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yes, Radha Vinod. Okay. There's a question. And in the meantime, give the mic to Radha Vinod. Kapil Muni Das, Guru Maharaj, although we are not worshipping Lord Shiva directly, how he helps us in Krishna consciousness? Good question. Although we are not worshipping Lord Shiva, but how he helps us? He helps us by giving his mercy. We are not approaching him, but he is giving us his mercy. He is pleased with us. That, you are serving Krishna. Very good. And he casts his merciful glance upon us.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. This is the place that we call is Mahakal. By birth, they are following Lord Shiva. How we can best way to approach and make them understand the glory of the Lord Krishna.
Okay, now that you have come here, you start preaching. And make them understand the importance of becoming a devotee of Krishna. Okay, another question from Devdat. Why was Lord Ram worshipping Lord Shiva in Ramayana? The Lord, when he comes, he shows respects to Lord Shiva. Like why Lord Ramchandra, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited Shiva temples in South India. So the Lord is setting the right examples, teaching us when we go to Lord Shiva's temple, we should also show respect to Lord Shiva. Rishyab from Pune. Should we take prasad offered to Lord Shiva? You see, Lord Shiva takes Krishna prasad. So if it is Krishna prasad offered to Lord Shiva and became Mahaprasad, then yes, you can take it. But if something is directly offered to Lord Shiva, then Lord Shiva may not accept it. Especially what his devotees offer him. Ganja, charas, sharab, dhutura. ये सब कभी नहीं लेना चाहिए. लेकिन लॉर्ड शिवा को अगर कृष्ण प्रसाद दिया गया है तो लॉर्ड शिवा उसको अगर ग्रहण करेंगे. ऐसे हर मंदिर में शालग्राम रहता है. पहला प्रसाद जैसे काली मंदिर में, काली का मंदिर में शालग्राम रहता है, तो पहले ये ऑफरिंग वो शालिग्राम को होता है, कृष्ण को होता है, उसके पश्चात देवी का प्रसाद होता है. हरे कृष्ण. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल.